is I'm actually going to use the Power Wash Simulator one, but I'm switching it over to Fisti-Fluffs, the game that I'm actually playing. Hey. Hey, we got a control. Hey, whoa, hold on. Hey, whoa. But, listen. Right button. Press right button.
No, I got a combo
going. When you see how big it is and you're like, oh shit. It's dab time, as is the tradition for the beginning of stream. A tornado? Hold on, wait. I'm supposed to be learning. Oh, I'm not learning anything.
Me in school most of my life.
Accurate.
What am I doing? Not much.
I need to press the right button so that way I can show you guys. Now there's cute music. It's so cute. It looks cute. I don't know much about it. It was recommended to me and I was like, alright, yeah, I'm gonna buy the cat game. I'll buy the cat fighting game. That sounds like a great plan. Kibble nibs. Ha. 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 Also, hi Wolfie! And I owe snugs to both Dark and Wolfie. This is the one and only dab for stream because I don't have wax, so I'll be smoking carts the remainder of the time. But now we are nice and fucked up and ready to start. And by start, I mostly mean learning how to play this game, because I don't know shit about what I'm doing. And I know that that's not necessarily different from the norm. However, I really don't have any idea about this game. This game is new to me. I didn't even I watched a preview of it a while ago, and I bought it like a week ago. Actually, I think I bought it like 2 to 3 weeks ago, whenever I last got paid. And then I was just waiting to do a viewer's choice to put it on the list and see if it got voted for, and it finally did, so I'm excited. But I don't know much about the game other than it's a cat fighting game, which sounds awesome. But, first and foremost, Snugs! The Snugs! Thank you so much, you two early beans. I really appreciate both of you. Nightbot, are you really gonna cuck Wolfie like that? Let's try this again. Alright, thanks, Nightbot. You're still getting yeeted, though. And while we're over here typing shit in the chat, shout out to Wolfie, my amazing heckin' mod bean, and sweet friend of mine. You're used to it? Listen, Wolfie, just because you're used to it doesn't mean it's okay. Playroom, adopt a cat, customize cats, and give pets. Hold the fuck up. Tell me more. Tell me more right the fuck now. Cat name, oh shit. I'm so happy. I like 8. 6 is nice too, because there's a little purr. Aw. It has to sound as close to Leon as possible. 8 is close. 5 potentially also. 4 might actually be. I know, I'm like, I love this game already.
Kicks ass.
Wild says, came for the fluff, stayed for the fisting. I mean, you know, I can't disagree with that. Or was that came for the fisting, stayed for the fluffs? I think the second one. The fisting is what got you interested, and then you saw that it was cats, and you heard all of that. And then you were just like, ah, yes, I'm staying for the fluffs. Cat name. Fuck. Pull. Alright, everyone. Wait, shit, but if it's a... Chat, give me suggestions for cat name. Cause otherwise... Hold on, let me see what the randomizer says. Snugs! I like that a lot. Sweet Pea. Pete's! Okay. But Pete's is cute for so many reasons, though, because in Rot's song for Filth, the Wiggle Butt Dog, there's a part of the lyrics that's sniffing Pete's or something along those lines, so I'm just like, okay, but that's so cute! But, okay. Rando, oh my god, that's funny. Did you say Mr. Mittens? Mr. Mittens is really cute. Hawkpaw. Cat. Cat.
That was my cat's name for several years.
Cat.
Cat.
Hey, it's back to Snugs. Came for the fisting. This is a new quote. Yep, you're right, Wolfie. It sure is.
Yeah.
I'm always coming for the fisting. I mean, what?
When I go out of town,
I'm here for the fisting. What's up?
where's the line for fisting?
Oh my god, a Scottish fold! Wait, what?
Ooh, a Persian though?
Yeah, the Persian. I have to go with the Persian. That's me. I would be a Persian cat. The most fluffy of them all. Fur pattern. Wait. Oh. Dude, what? Oh, I'm fucking all kinds of shit up. Body type chonk. Your mouth is hanging open? Listen, I'm really impressed by the cat. Are you also just like, yo?
Infatuated with like the customization of a cat right now.
I know, right? Isn't this fucking amazing?
Cat red.
Bro, hold up. Wait. Bitch. Wait.
I can't look at this.
Wait.
Cat.
Yo! Yo! Alright, you asked, so you know, hey. Red cat. Oh, what the fuck?
It's like it's a rarity.
This cat's adorable.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna keep it as this for a second because this is funny as fuck. Wait.
What time do you have to be?
Yo. Bro. You gotta eat that sandwich. Wait, hold up. What the fuck did I do? Oh, it went all the way over there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I'm making it red because Garrett said to make it red.
That's a red cat. It's like Garfield, but red.
Yo! Now it's got a little bit of pink. What do you think of this cat? I think this cat's pretty bad.
If they bought PetSmart, they would just make all the cats like Target themed.
It's like an anime cat.
I can change their toe bean color?
Yo, black beans.
Wait, hold up.
Give him some pintos.
Pinto beans. Oh my god. Shh. Alright, eye color.
I love that it actually says toe bean color.
Yo, what fucking color what color eyes does this red cat get?
Yellow.
I was gonna say, does it get like laser eyes?
It's yellow. I want
Bruh.
You just imagine, like, it's the you just see a red pillar going around.
Alright, so I adopted this cat, this Snugs. I got an achievement. Are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. What does it say? No? Oh. Alright, whatever. Fuck it.
Achieve?
Outfits. Hold the fuck up. Jelly bean. Sausage.
What?
Garfy. Hat. Cleo. Boots. Glow. Mochi. Kimichi. Folds. Folds is a Scottish fold. Grumps. It's like Grumpy Cat. Oh my gosh. Pappy. Oh, it's Snugs. It's my baby. Oh shit. Yo. Wait, hold up. Oh, why is it so cute? Now she's badass. Denim vest. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Denim.
that's it.
Regal. I cannot.
He's a biker.
I cannot.
If I saw a little chubby redhead with a denim vest, I'm like, you're coming home with me.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna keep it. Fuck it. What color vest?
Oh my god.
That cat is like a side character in Trailer Park Boys.
Literally.
She's like,
Why do I-
what's wrong with the cat? She's like beating up all the other cats and taking their beer.
I kinda.
I like it.
Get it for what was right.
Interact.
Oh, the cat's in the box, kinda.
Yo, what?
That ain't your cat. Yes.
There's my cat.
Oh, you can hot switch the cats.
Yo, I'm playing with the fucking cat? Is that what I'm doing? Yo, I'm playing with the cat! Yo!
Stop. I'm about to cry.
Bruh!
This is amazing. He sits so nicely.
This is so cute! I'm gonna die. You want the ball? Yeah, go get the ball. Woo! Wait, I can change the toy. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Bring the mouse.
Go get it. Bruh, this is fucking epic as shit. Oh shit, if I hold down space, I can throw it further away. Aw, yeah. Aw, he's happy. Yeah, look at him go.
That cat's
Ha! Yeah, wait, fuck. Toys. Change the toy. Did I not get it back or something? Whatever, alright. I've ADHD'd out of this. You've got inverter filter. Nice! Unlockable progress can be viewed on the challenge board. You got town bag. And booties. Bean tip! Wait, no, I wanted to read the bean tip. How could you? Nuki? Oh hey, look who it is. It's a cat streaming playing as a cat. You right? You right? And look, wait, did I like... Oh, because I was using the keyboard, so it had the keyboard buttons up, and then I used this, and oh, yo. Send help. Bring back the bean tip game. I want the bean tip to come back. Alright, this is probably important to know my fucking, like, controls. So, like... I mean, move,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
fighting game.
Yeah, so... Dodge roll, crouch, okay. Sway. Wolfie says, hey, Anuki. So there's a headbutt, honestly, with any of these games, I can't really fucking tell where, like, some of the arrows are pointing sometimes, so I'm kind of just like, so does Y do all of these things? Or, like, I'm kind of lost. Wait, is my monitor tilted down? It totally is tilted down. Fuck. Yo. Anyways, whatever. Problem for a later time. Dodge roll, is this a Souls game? Nah, it's a cat fight game though, which is actually really hilarious. You're gonna head out. See you, man.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks for shirt. It's awesome. That's my homie Garrett. Homie Garrett makes these cool tie-dye shirts. I'm wearing one right now, actually. But I got a new one. It's cool. If you dodge roll, it's Souls-like. I mean, hey, I guess that's fair. This isn't my usual sort of cat fight vid stream. Alright, let's play. Play a game mode. Get wild in a series of short versions of other versus modes. So, Kibble Defense, team up to stop sneaky rats from stealing kibble in the endless co-op mode. Interesting. Hi, Grievous Bean, how are ya? By the way, I owe Snugs too. Hey, let me out. Oh, escape, got it. Aren't my settings supposed to be... Whatever, anyways. Technical difficulties, first time playing the game. I owe some snugs to the Nuki Bean and the Grievous Bean. How are you guys today? I need to put my phone on the charger real quick, because I'm at like 21%. 1 sec. Boop. Also, I mentioned the shirt. This is the shirt I got. My friend Garrett makes tie-dye shirts. It's really cool. Give love to Greavy Weevy. Of course I'll give love to the Grievous Bean. Grievous is a super sweet heckin' proto bean. Well, I consider, because you're like a proto-gen. I know that you're like General Grievous, but anyways, it's proto, right? Either way, I got sidetracked on this one small point. The point is that you're a cute bean. Whether you want to admit it or not, I think you're a cute bean. You're certainly a sweet bean, and I really appreciate that you actually redeem coping skills, I think, more than anyone else, and I think that's really awesome, because I really like that gets used. I really hope that it, like, helps, and I don't know. I really appreciate you, Bean. You're really sweet. Love you. Hi, Blair. Grievous, it's Blair. Your favorite person is here. You're hungry but taking care of it. You have food. I'm hungry too, and I need to take care of it. Hey, honey, can you hand me a nutty bar? I am now taking care of it. Blair! Blair! I just woke up because I ruined my sleep schedule. Also, funky fresh shirt. Hells yes. Oh. I have one whole nutty bar box.
That is the bar.
Angry
Oh,
kitty.
Jesus. There's the bar.
I have to consume all of this?
The bar.
I'm not doubting my capabilities or my power, but I am certain that my stomach will not be okay with it. You're not taking care of it, your wife is, silly cat. Listen, You right. Are you guys excited to see me play a game with a controller for once? Ooh, controller. Blair, what the fuck? Why are you laughing at me? Nuki says also, Blair, you're very pretty and I love your dresses. I wanted to give you a little smoochie. Yee controller game, hells yes.
Smoochie. Salami.
Say it again. I am tormenting my wife today. A smooch. Precisely. Wolfie doing a heckin' tail swish. Alright, what's tussle? Be the last cat standing and hold on to your cat lives. Ooh, that sounds fun. That's like a... That makes me think of, Smash Ultimate. Or, well, no. Like Super Smash Bros, basically. Crown control. So this one's all about just being fucking aggressive as shit. Alright. Perhaps we play all of them. Super Smash Brothers. Yes, Nuki. I will actually play the game after I finish eating this nutty bar. I must have snack. So what do you beans think? You know what? Let's set up a poll. That's probably a good idea, right? Oh god. But now I don't know the fucking game modes. Hey Wolfie, will you set up a poll for me, Bean? / poll? Because if I stay here and show you the different game modes, you can do the poll thing. That way, I can stay here in the game. Poll! Wild, it took me, oh shit, you can't on mobile? Oh, it won't let you do this, the / poll on mobile? That sucks. Rin, I sent you what I've done to take care of my hunger. Ooh. I'll look at it. Oh shit, alright. Let me out. Let me out. You're supposed to let me be borderless. Okay, you guys see this, right? That I have borderless on, but it, like, keeps not letting me move out of the game with my mouse. So I'm like, ah! So, now that I'm over here finally, I set up poll. Alright. I need to write down the modes, though. So... Rin's brain. Sticky note. Pen. Wolfie says, yeah, it sucks. Oh. It's so sad that, like, mobile isn't more useful for the mods, you know? But, I mean, it is what it is. It's whatever. Rin didn't. What the fuck just happened? I'm just gonna use this controller and stay away from the mouse. Alright, so Kibble defense. And essentially, Kibble Defense, you team up to stop sneaky rats from stealing kibble in this endless co-op mode. So that's interesting. It's a co-op mode. The snugs are going around, which, by the way, thank you for the snugs, Nuki Bean. Now you get in snugs. Party. Get wild in a series of short versions of the other versus modes. Tussle. Be the last cat standing and hold on to your cat lives. Crown control. You're welcome, Rin Kitty. Also, the left button and right button selections, is that music style? Yes. If so, you want to hear what cute is? Alright. I'll show you. Cute makes me happy. Okay, and then destruction is the last one. Wasn't I reading, like, the other one when it, like... So, don the crown and be the first to charge its power. That's crown control. And then destruction is rough up the level faster than the competition. Ah, I see what they did there. Metal is aggressive, though, and cats are angry. Cute is good, but me fan of metal. I like the metal because it's a fighting game, so I feel like it makes sense, but the cute is also just, like, good, too, in its own way, you know? So... Alright, so, starting Le Pole. We vibin'. At least the cute music is like a super cool vibe music. Alright, poll is going live now for 2 minutes. Cute is good, but me a fan of metal? Yes. Metal is aggressive. I think I've like reread all of those messages. My bad. I derp. Yeah! Angie! On Discord, not on stream yet. Actually, I think I may have on Thursday mentioned the rune change on stream, though. So, how to Fisti-Fluffs. Movement. Left stick. Move with the left stick. Jump with A. Cats will jump higher when A is held. Nice. Okay, good to know. You shouldn't have allowed point voting, Rin. Why not? I figured it'd be funny to let it be rigged. Plus, then you guys get to, like, waste your points on it if you want, or whatever. Like, it's chaos. This is exactly what I do. Why are you surprised? So, jump with A, hold it to jump higher, basically. X or Y for input attacks. Okay. So X will perform paw swipe, Y will perform headbutt. Interesting. Kitty spin! Oh shit. Wolfie. You had to. You just had to. Alright, so like... How do I... Oh wait, I know. I'll just stop the music for a second. Perfect. Let me out of the game. Ah, I look away for 5 seconds. 5 seconds and someone destroys my selection. Aw, shit. You've rigged. I've rigged successfully convinced that a certain game mode is the one to be played. Destruction, yeah, that makes sense. Grievous, 89 channel point contribution. Ooh woo. Forearm speed. Alright, I need to spin. So let's go over here.
Watch out, here I come.
Oh, fuck.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Thanks. It hurts. Ow. My brain. My poor brain, huh? Oh, yeah, need new one is in there. Blair, Grievous says, I was bopping. Now we can bop to, me putting this music back on. Ooh! Metal is back. Send me song in Discord DMs. Oh, the song that I was... Oh, yeah, for sure. Let me do that now so I don't forget, because I probably will. Ooh, I see your food, Bean. You're so funny, Bean. Also, I am the storm that is approaching, provoking. Thanks. You're welcome, Bean. Alright. So we're playing... Oh, fuck me. Jesus. I hit B instead of A. We're doing destruction. Rough up the level faster than the competition. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, wait. 2 players are needed to start. Oh, shit. I did not realize that this was, a part of the requirement. Black clouds in isolation! Nuki, I am reclaimer of my name! Born in flame! Beans. F, how to Fisti-Fluffs. Fuck. Shit. Oh, okay. I was like, hold on, I should probably finish reading how to play the game first. That might be helpful. So, paw swipe, headbutt. X will perform a tornado spin that hits everything. Oh, like if I hold it down? Charge attacks are performed by holding input attacks. Got it. Yep, okay. Matters where I start reading on the page. I have been blessed. My family crest is a demon of death. Forsaken, I am awakened, Phoenix, Ashen, Dark Divine. Nuki says, Grievous, thank you. Ya beans. Y will perform a spin ball. Alright, so tornado spin, spin ball. Tail X is also a tail whip. Oh, in the air. So aerial attacks, I can do a tail whip and then a fast spin ball. Performing a jump in the air will initiate a ground pound. Did you guys hear that? That, performing a jump in the air will initiate a, a ground pound? Pound the ground, yes. Nuki also said, Rin, I sent you the song. It's more than likely not DMCA approved because it's for DMCV, so after stream, listen to it. Ah, I see. Thanks, Bean. Snugged Grievous, Bean. Hells yes. Timing the release of A... Wait, hold up. Timing the release of A with the circle underneath the cat will increase the ground pound damage with explosive results. Interesting. Pound that ground. This is fun. Wiggling the right stick will swing the cat's paws in a quick swipe attack. Oh, so you can like kind of like combine. Oh, that's hard. You'd have to like move your hand like this to like use the. This is X. X was the like paw attack thing. So that's interesting that like you'd move it to like this. I mean, I guess that's probably actually common. I'm just not used to controller gaming. DMCV is Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry. I've heard about that game. Haven't actually played it, but I've heard a lot about it. So, wiggly swipe attack. Of course, the cats don't always have to attack. Cats will meow when pressing B. Yay, I can meow! Excellent information to have. Bubble Shield. Bubble Shield can block one attack before popping and leaving the cat vulnerable. Blocking an attack right before it connects will trigger a perfect shield that will not immediately pop. Interesting. I'm probably gonna fuck that up. The cat will dodge roll when a direction is pressed while in a bubble shield. Dodge rolls will avoid all incoming attacks. Oh, I'll do my best, but I'm probably gonna fuck that up too, just saying. I'm not so good with the shields. Holding A while performing a bubble shield will charge up a grapple pounce. Oh? Tell me more. Bubble shield they stole from Halo 3. Bad game. Uh-oh. Bad game. Uh-oh. If a grapple pounce connects with an opposing cat, then the two cats will grapple. The cat that is able to press the most buttons during a grapple will come out on top. Interesting, so it's kind of just like a button mashing. I'm just gonna like massively press the same one over and over again. Attacking containers that shine will cause fish to pop out. While most fish will heal cats, sometimes a special fish will spawn. Love you too. Have a good day. Special fish and power meow. Ooh. Special fish will grant cats power-ups when eaten that transforms the meow into a strong power meow. Pressing B will charge the power meow. The longer the power meow is charged, the stronger it will become. Special fish will appear with energy surrounding them, so keep a lookout. Alright. So... Yo, I can put a hat on. Oh my god, this is so funny. Rin, if I had the game and it was crossplay, I'd join you. A bow. Glasses. Sunglasses. Oh, hell yeah. Hat. The shutter. The fancy. Bread! Ice cream cone. I also sing a parody of Bury the Light called Bury the Guilt, but it's about Virgil not paying Nero's child support. Oh my god. Amazing. Bunnies. Ooh.
Yeah, right, buddy. Right.
Oh. I'm Leon. Ha, horn. Oh my goodness, this was such an adventure. I think I need to wear either the cowboy hat or one of the sunglasses, but I think I'm gonna choose the cowboy hat. Alright, so now I'm ready. And CPU cat bots? Oh, shit. So, can I, like... Yo, I get to choose where we fight? So I have the option of choosing an apartment, a backyard that looks like it's got a snowman, a cat cafe, an alleyway. Ha, oh my gosh. I gotta tell Filthy about this. We could fight in her alleyway. Magic cabin or rooftop garden. I have to pick the alleyway. Snowman, where's Loki? I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I lost. I have no idea what I'm doing, yo. I lost my hat, though. Hey, 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 come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come back. I just want to fight. Yeah, you're scared, aren't you? You're scared. You're real scared. You're real scared. You should be. Sorry, I'm fucking up your alleyway so much, Phil. Get your fluffy ass back over here. Oh, I'm supposed to be destroying more stuff than this other damn cat. Hey, yo, no, excuse me, get on the thing for the boxes. This is so interesting. Listen, Nuki, I know it's called destruction, but I figured I needed to also destroy this other fucking cat, alright? Also, I'm now winning, so it's totally fine, am I right? Look at me go. Look at me go, I'm a natural. I am the destruction cat. You'll never beat me. I am not sorry about fucking up this alleyway. This is the whole point. Get out of here. Shoo. Yeah, yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Play against Wild. Cat versus cat. Alright, Wild. Let's go. Wait, come back here, you. Yeah, come here, plant. Yeah, fuck you. Come here. I'll scratch the shit out of you. Holy shit, you flew over there. Vroom! Vroom! I am the most destructive Chaos Cat. Wild says Murr. Nuki says Wild, get this game now and face off against Rin. Putty Tat versus Putty Tat. I'm down for the challenge. Look at me go! The destroyer, the controller is vibing. Snugs is best cat, Destructor. 374 worth of damage. 224 seconds in the air. And 35 zooms per second. Return to the lobby. I got a raincoat. That's cool. And a skull. Nice. $202. Listen, Wolfie, listen. I'm not so smart. Crown control. Alright, I'm gonna try this one now. Grab onto the crown and protect it until fully charged. The cat wearing the crown can instantly knock out opponents. Alright, cool, cool. Cats will move slowly when buffed by the crown. Oh, okay. Decrown the royal kitty and capture it. Prove you are best cat by fully charging the crown. Okay. So we got Caesar Bot. Is that Gnarly Bot and Tiger Bot? They have the little fucking antennas sticking out of their head. Ground control to Major Tom. Crown control to Regal Rin. Look at this chonk ass cat. Yeah, it's the chonkiest cat. Let's go. Alright, where should we fuck? I think we should fuck shit up in the alleyway again. Perhaps we'll try every game mode in every location. Maybe that'll be what we do. It's mine. Get out of here. No, it's mine. I had to put it on, though. It's mine. Yeah, it's mine. Hey, no, no, it's mine. No, fuck you. What? Oh, did I die? Is that the problem? Where'd you go? Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. No. Hey, no, fuck you. Mine. No, fuck you. Come back here. No, I want the crown. No, I want it. No, no, why am I dead? Am I just, like, powering up or some shit? What the fuck? No, die. Stop this. Seize this behavior. Where'd it go? Where the fuck did it go? There it is. There it is. No, fuck you. Screw you. No, it's mine. No! It's mine. No, it's mine. Mine, mine, mine. No! Where are you going, Ren? You keep eating yourself away from the crown. Listen, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm bad at controller games, don't you know? Oh. Mine. No! No, I had it for so long. No, fuck you. No, 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 no. Mine. No. Hey, no, get back here. Mine. Give, give. Stop me now, fools. I'm the best cat! Yes! Proof that I am best cat! Alright, what did I miss? Alright, so Selkos came in and said cat going me 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 sounds about right. Going my mind sounds about right. Nugi says you've just found your tactic to win. Spam ground pound. It's true. Selkos, she's a seagull from Finding Nemo. Also, hi Selkos and Snugs. Yes, I owe Selkos Snugs too. Selkos says, hi there, Nuki. Whack master. Oh yes, I will wiggle my beans. That sounds great. But still have some Snugs, Bean. Have a mane. And a retro filter. And a night helmet. So cool. Be the last cat standing and hold on to my cat lives. Yo, I'm gonna wear the skull. But the mane is also pretty cool. Where'd the skull go? There it is. Oh! Oh, fuck. Red cat, yeah. But skull cat. We're gonna play with Squash, Willow, and Willow too, apparently. So we get cat, 4 cat lives. I feel like that's wrong and that it needs to be 9. Is there a way for me to fucking change this? But, like... No, okay, fine. It's fine. We're gonna go to the alleyway again. Special fish. Main menu settings. I killed one. Wait, get back here. I wanna get you too. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Whoa. Do you guys see this one cat over in the fucking top corner over there who's just fucking chilling up there? Just like, oh, now he's not up there anymore. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. I am the destroyer of kittens. Listen, Nuki, the alleyway's hysterical. Have I finally died? Holy shit, I'm down to 3 lives. I've been assassinated, y'all. I haven't ground pounded in a hot second. Meow. Oh no, I died again, but one of the others is dead and they're down to 1 life each and they're still fighting. So it's just me and this bean. I'm the winner! I have been killing. Should probably... Oh, you're gonna... He finished them, yes. VR goggles. Now up the difficulty. Is that a thing I can do? Was there a way to change their difficulty? Why more settings? What does randomized levels do? Ah, nice. The only thing I could think of would be maybe like randomized levels? But I don't know, yeah, I'm not sure. So that was Tussle, so Party, be the last cat wait. Game modes will be randomly selected with round start. Wins per cat are displayed at the end of each round. The next round will continue with the new random game mode. Rounds will continue to progress until a cat reaches the required amount of wins. Be the first cat to reach the win requirement to become best cat. Just 3 wins is what I'm gonna say. I'll do the main this time. What will happen? So I think what we're just learning here, Nuki, is that I'm just good at this game. I am best cat. I don't... Wait, I can freeze them with my meow? Wait, am I gonna make them on fire now? I'm shooting fireballs. How do fireball? Yeah! Yeah. Wait. I will catch. Oh shit! I just won. All right, cool, perfect. Time to catch up on chat. Rin is best cat, but don't say that in front of Wild. He's also cat. I'm the worst cat. No, take it back. Super Smash Cats. You're right, Scar. Thanks for the shout out for the Scar Bean, Wolfie. Have some snubs. Bully Blair. Blair is a stinky, stinky, smelly cat. Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. I don't know what's happening right now. Are we, like, suddenly... Well, it seems we somehow ended up in the crown match. But I'm confused as to how. Get back here. Excuse me. I just... When cats fly... Blair... I still have to bully Blair, but that's always so hard. Blair's a silly, stinky, silly... butt munch. Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Ren has decided fuck this mode. That would probably be fun if I was playing with actual other, like, beings. Is this not one that... Oh, I can just play by myself. Neat. So does that mean by default that I win? Wait, there's more kibble! There's kibble all over this fucking house. I mean, I guess I can't necessarily say I'm entirely surprised, but what the fuck? This is rude. This is hard. Now it's so much more challenging. Ugh. They ate all of my kibble. This kibble has been nommed. Hunting rattos? Yeah. I'm learning. So this is the only kibble to defend now. So, fuck y'all. Yeah, when I'm defending one bowl, it's not so hard, is it? Y'all had 3 bowls. I didn't even realize because I'm dumb. Kibble was defended. Wait, I have to defend against a raccoon now. Oh, shit. No, hey, 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 hey! Hey, hey, hey now. Hey, give me my kibble back. Hey, hey, hey now. Hey, hey, hey. Yo, excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, hey, screw you. Get back here. Hey, whoa, yo. It's attack rack! Yes. Oh, I got him. Trash bandit. That's a funny achievement. I wonder what that's achievement for. Aw, shit. My kibble's been refilled. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Wait, is there, like, stuff over here, too? Wait, hey, no, fuck you. Stay away. It's so hard to defend that top level. No, shoot, shoot, shoot. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. So wait, if I stop them with the... I don't... I feel like I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Like, I obviously understand the, concept of defending the... No, hey, no, that's not fair! There's a raccoon in here now? What the fuck? This is bullshit. This is hard. I hear that. You'll never steal my last food bowl. It's easy for me to protect one bowl. Hey, wait. Poor snug cat never fed. Hey, 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 excuse you. Raccoon. Hey, hey, hey! No! It just gets harder and harder! Oh my god, they're stealing all my flippin' food! Oh! No! Come back! Give me my kibble back! Excuse me. Hey! 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 No! 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 Can I jump down from here now? Nice. Hey! 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 Excuse you! Give me this food back! Damn it, raccoon! How dare! Is that a fox? Holy shit, we got foxes now! Oh my goodness. Kitty horror mode, it won't end until you lose. We don't know that. I don't know anything about the game. Kibble lost. Kibble protected for 12 rounds. Alright, so it's basically like however long you can go then. So until you lose. Alright. Neat. I have a hot dog outfit. That's what I said. I wasn't asking you. Oh, sorry. Me alarm. Me alarm have gone off. I need to eat food first though, so I'm gonna hide my face so I can nom and be here at the same time. This game is a lot of fun. What do you guys think of this game? Are you enjoying this game? Nice. Oh, shit. Pork. It looks fun. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. So, like... I actually really like the destruction one. I kind of want to play that one again. But in a different location this time. It's not on Xbox, so that means no crossplay. Oh my goodness, that's so mean. That's so mean. I am a fancy cat now. I'm a fancy badass. It's on the Switch, but not sure online is out yet. Oh no. Well, if it's a new game, it'll probably, hopefully expand. Let's go to the magic cabin. Magic cabin, Charlie. It's like Candy Mountain. I am the master of destruction! Maximum destruction. This is definitely my favorite game mode, I think, of this. This is definitely hysterical chaos. I gotta say, this is so fun. Just fucking smash everything up. Destruction. Wolfie, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Scar. You sweet heckin' bean. Nuki says, Wolfie. Yo, I'm knocking shit off the walls. I want to knock this shit off. Let me knock it off. Aw, yeah. This is my corner. Stay away. It's mine. My books. My score is just so much mightier than every other cat in this game right now. I could literally just put my controller down and start eating for probably like a minute straight and no one would get close to my score. I'm not gonna do it, but I think it's a fun theory to maybe test in the next game, you know? But for this one, I want to see how fucking superior I can be at destruction! Meow! Meow! Chaos! Meow! Get out of my corner. It's my corner still. You can't have it. It's mine. Wait, hold on. But I really want these. How do I get up there? I want to get up there. I wish to get up on the thing. I want to get the... Ah! Wee! Wee! How? My destructive power! I'm just trying to shove things into this fire. Yeah, it's working though. Yeah, look at me go. I'm the best cat. I'm the best fucking cat that ever did cat. Meow. Alright, I want to make a new cat. actually. So that I should name this one something different. Yo, I can change their outfits just 'cause. This game pleases me. Oh, hey, Jado. Welcome in, Bean. How are you today? Are you here to see the cat fight? You feel the gloomy. I know something that'll cheer you up, Bean. I can play catch with this bean. Ball! Yes. Wait. Alright, perfect. I can type. I was like, oh, Jado, make Rin, make myself. Alright, fine, I'll make myself. That seems appropriate. Hey, guess what the fox says? Raccoon sounds like Boo laughing. Oh, sorry, got distracted by mixing my food. Hi, I'm here to say hi and proud, get some rest, so catch you later, Beans. Thank you so much, Scar. I appreciate you stopping by. Get some sleeps. Nuki says take it easy, Scar. Sleep well. Have some good night, Snugs Bean. Oh fuck, I can't. Someone give Scar some good night snugs. I do have gray beans. I am blackish grayish cat. Mostly black cat. I am void. Fleefly void. Technically I should be a solid cat color, but I like the tuxedo. So I chose that. Tuxedo cat looks good. Thanks, Bean. Raincoat. Okay, I'm definitely wearing a bow tie. Look at this baby. Look at this heckin' baby. Kinda looks like almost like a raccoon in a way, like with different colors though. Challenge mode incoming. Uh-oh. Are you gonna make me blind? Give love. Everyone hear me, Bad Wolfie. Why? But there's so many beans, Wolfie. There's so many beans. So we have a Wolfie, a Selkos, a Dev, a Wild, Dark, Grievous, Jado, Nuki. Those are the 8 heckin' beans. And you know what? Let's have some cute music for this. And I'm actually gonna write down the 8 beans names so I can go through the list, because otherwise lists just help me. They help my brain. Too pauseful. Awful. All right. Let me consume another nom nom of the food nom noms, and then we will get started on the love giving. The love giving challenge. Nom nom. I may have taken a couple of bites and then ended up getting distracted by mixing it. Alright. Wolfie. You're a sweet heckin' wolf bean. You are the flaming wolf, in fact. The spiciest of all wolves. Some might say that the flamin' wolf is so warm because of their kind heart, because that's Wolfie. Such a kind-hearted bean. Always looking out for other beans and being a sweet bean and checking in on the beans and just such a good bean. 10 out of 10, good flamin' bean. We love you, Wolfie bean. And then there's the Selkos bean, who I'm super excited. I get to meet the Selkos bean in like almost exactly a month, like less than now. So that's exciting. Because Selkos is a super heckin' cute bean. And also super nice and always checking in on the beans and caring for beans and making sure that the beans are okay. And they're a super sweet heckin' cuddly bean. And we love you, Selkos bean. Yeah, just under a month. Heck yes. Then it was Dev. And Dev is the best duck. I don't know very many ducks, but I know Dev. And Dev is a good heckin' duck. 10 out of 10 best duck bean. Dev is also one of those beans who's always looking out for, you know, everybody and they're a mod for a lot of different communities of beans that I hang out with, and they're always making sure that the communities that those, the beans they mod for are safe. Dev, best for duck, 100 out of 10. Yes, Grievous, I agree. We heckin' love you, Dev. You're a super awesome duck bean. And then the wild bean, who is a fellow cat bean. So, by default, as a fellow cat, Wild is just like, heckin' awesome bean. Because cats are the best beans. 10 out of 10, top beans. We have the cute little paw beans and the, anyways. In all seriousness, though, Wild is freaking hilarious bean. Wild's always, like, making beans laugh, and even though Wild, like, has their own, like, their own days, bad days, or whatever going on, sometimes they're still always, like, trying to make people laugh and make themselves laugh, and I really appreciate them. So, we love you, Wild. You good bean. And there's a heckin' Dark Silk, who is the partner of Whisper, We Don't Whisper, who was a really good close friend of mine, and I got to meet Dark when I went to Whisper's funeral, and Dark was a super sweet bean. I really enjoyed hearing, the story that he had shared about how him and Whisper met, and just, like, I won't repeat it, obviously, but, it was a super sweet story to hear and, like, get to know him a little bit more, and definitely 10 out of 10, great bean. Really caring bean, really selfless bean, and, honestly, I'm really happy that you've been here hanging out and lurking. We appreciate you, bean, and we love you. Grievous. You were the first prototype bean I actually knew, I think. Because, like, I met you first before the second proto bean I knew of was, Nico, who's in the Skulk. So, Grievous, you the coolest proto bean, because you're the first proto bean I met. So by default, you're the coolest proto bean. But also, I mentioned this before about how you will redeem the coping skills, and I really appreciate that because those coping skill cards are super helpful, and I really like them. I keep a bunch of them around the house as, like, little reminders. Like, I have one at this desk that's called 3 Good Things. It's the 5 of Spades, and it says to write down 3 things that went well during the past week. Describe what you and others did and said and how you felt. And, so it's just, like, positive thinking stuff. So I always really appreciate when you unlock, like, when you redeem that, and just, like, you're a super positive bean for that. I could just, if you ever need anything, bean, I'm here for you. I care lots about you. You're a sweet bean. And I really appreciate your love and support and hanging out with me. 10 out of 10. Good heckin' bean. We love you, Grievous. Alright, we're almost done with Wolfie's challenge. We have Jado and Nuki, which isn't that convenient and cute that they're right next to each other on the list, because those two beans are super heckin' cute. But, Jado, though, I always say this, that I really like Jado's fur pattern, but I really do. I think Jado has a super cool fur pattern. I really admire it. But I like black a lot, so, I mean, it makes sense. Wolfie's also a dark-based wolf, and Jado's a dark-based wolf. So, but Jado checks in on me often and will just, like, give a heckin' blep or a heckin' boop or, just see how I'm doing, and I really appreciate them for that. They're a really super sweet bean, and they are cute. You could say Nuki's the cutest, but you're still cute bean, Jado. You all cute beans. All of you are cute beans. Do not make me get the spray bottle out. But yes, Jado, you're a super sweet bean. I really appreciate you. Thanks for always checking on me, and I know you check in on Nuki all the time too, and you're just a sweet, caring bean. And please do not get decimated by any hurricanes this season down there in the Florida. Alright? Because we heckin' love you, Jado Bean. Nuki! I deserve none of it, my ass. You deserve all the love, Nuki. Nuki, you've been working so heckin' hard since you started your job. You're doing so good at the paw bucks, and I'm really heckin' proud of you. And you are a cute bean, no matter how much you deny it, you're a super heckin' cute bean. You're a glowing bean. That's how cute you are, Nuki. You're so cute, you glow. Can't you see? But seriously, Nuki, you're a super sweet bean, and you're always checking in on people too, and always just like hanging out and being yourself. You're always hanging around and saying hi to everyone and sharing your food and just being your awesome bean self, and we heckin' love you, bean. I'm not cute, I swear. This is a lie. Jado says glows with cuteness. I agree. All you beans. So, Wolfie, I completed the challenge. Are you happy? I did it. I heckin' did it. Well, love you, Rimmer. No, I love you too. I am the exception because I'm built like an overcooked raisin in battle armor. I can't be cute, but Nuki, you're adorable, a hard worker, and just all around a lovely bean. I enjoy memeing with ya and discussing game stuff and whatnot. You're just great to be around and you glow with preciousness. It's true. Wolfie says yup. Fuck, what'd I do? Ah, shit. I'm fucking shit up again. Alright. I want to play Destruction again because it's so fun. It's me! Can I put on headwear? Yes! Guys, what kind of hat should I wear? Should I be a bread cat? Perhaps a fancy cat to go with my bow tie? I never knew that was called an Ashanka. Nuki says, Grievous, I enjoy when it's meme time with you because you take things to the extreme and just cause a good laugh all around. Yes. Cowboy Rin. Hard hat Rin. Headphones Rin. Cap. Bowler. More destruction. All right. If you guys want to just send positive message, this be amazing. Aw. Wolfie, you want positivity? Wolfie wants positivity. Let's do it. You gotta go for now before you forget. You gotta bring your mom her charger. Do it, Bean. Bring the things. We're gonna destroy stuff at this cat cafe. Rhea says, see you around, Nuki. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, oh shit. I am the most destructive cat. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck up this sofa. No, I'm over here now. Oh, I wanna fuck up this sofa. It's my sofa to fuck up. No, hey now. It's my sofa. I'ma fuck it up. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I landed up here. No, fuck. Oh shit, I blew something up? What the fuck? What did I explode? Oh. Maximum destruction. Row. Row. Oh. Five minutes of maximum destruction time. I have to play a different game mode after this because I'm getting tired of this one. Not necessarily tired, but like, change it up. Cat's making a mess, my werewolf breaking the micro TV, and my gaming console again. Me having a smashing good time. Hee hee, yes. Let's break some shit. Did I lose my main? I totally did, didn't I? That's so funny, where did it go? Can I pick it up again, if I find it? I am the best cat. I do the thing, I do the cat things. 69 paw wax. Nice. IBRB, gonna change my earring quickly and get a cup of tea. Sounds good, Bean. Quit to menu. Alright, we gotta have 9 cat lives, because it's the only way that makes sense. Let me eat a little bit more first, though. Num 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 num. Actually, I have an idea. Why don't we take a heckin' meme break to pause and watch some meme videos, so that way I can eat while we do that. Head on over to Neat's channel. Bean videos, like beans? Oh my goodness. We could watch cute bean videos too. Right, I have to like pause the music on this game or something. Tragically, I forgot about that. Alright. Alright. Boop. Hell yeah. Meme time. Be right back, gonna get some tea. Hell yeah. I know I should technically switch to like just chatting for this, but I'm not gonna bother because we're just gonna do this one little meme video and we'll go back to the game. We might not even finish it because, you know, I don't have that much food left, you know, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, enjoy the memes. I'm gonna turn off my little filter. Meow.
Oh, he's trying to escape. Look at him go.
Things I want to be inside of.
Excuse me, what's your name and occupation?
Jerry Jones, and I'm a fucking racist.
Oh.
My God. Ed Sheeran is in my car.
Girl, you know I want. Would you choose money or happiness?
Sleep.
The Industrial Revolution and its consequences.
Okay, tell me you're living in Paris without telling me you're living in Paris.
Hi, welcome Subway, what can I get for you? Sir, this comes down, sir.
Horace, no, that won't go in your cheek. Come here, no, pass me the
Let's see this again in slow motion. Luka Doncic is using the Gangnam style defense. He is forcing Ja Morant to his right. And he spills on the ground. Looks like someone got served. Retweet this now to vote for Luka Doncic.
You still didn't like the video? Please do it now and subscribe because it means a lot to me.
Do it! Just do it!
Bro, what type of soup you know don't splash?
About to eat this burger, it gonna be bussin', and it's got come. Let's go.
Might have some thorough bag.
Could we do ladies first?
Yeah, that's fine by me. Fine by me.
Okay, this is a personal essay, so it's not fiction. Okay, here we go. I lost my virginity to a horse. I was 11 years old.
The Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
Hey, so this is my crib for the night where I'm staying. But do you want to see something more magical? First, I've got to change into something more adventurous. Come on, follow me.
Your car is so complicated. Like, what does this even do?
Hamburger.
Ready? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I told ya!
I've been doing good, baby. I've been doing great. Money in my pockets got me walking with it.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
Funny, right?
When I came down.
Alright guys, welcome back. It's time for the moment of truth. Is this an orange soda or a chocolate cake? Let's find out.
I fucking hate these milk ones. They taste like cum. No, I mean, not that I know what.
You ready for this dub, my boy? I'm ready to suck you the fuck up. That's what I'm ready for. We about to catch so many dubs in a row that I'm gonna have to fuck you.
Babe, she's been drinking all day.
Hey, you want a bite?
Catch me in the coat like it's 1992.
I'm mad at the meme video now because of one of the things that one. If you, I'm not repeating it certainly, but anyways, that was not no. Drevis says Christ. I was just like, okay, maybe not. This is like. By the 9, this video is a no-no. I know, normally they're not bad. I blame Blair because that's the meme place that Blair always goes to. But I need to find new memes. funny cats.
Meow.
Not a good idea.
Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't be.
Oh. To you too.
There's nowhere to go. Need to turn around. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Ah!
Ты делаешь? Положишь.
Кого от твоите се твърдяната ми намираш за изгонване?
Аз нямам основание да номинирам нито.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Like a rabbit.
Hey, somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper. Hey, somebody come get her, she dancing like...
What's up? How's it going?
Estoy diciendo nada.
He smells it.
Hey, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor.
With that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
That was a very satisfying cat video.
Woody.
Open your mouth and
Alright, that was funny. In all fairness, that was funny. But, back to cat game. Cat game. Much cat game. I do the heckin' cat game. Oh, I guess I could, like, turn my camera back on again or something. Hello. I have a sweater on now. Shit, this turned off. Alright, so... hang on to my 9. I want 9 cat lives. I think that's the most appropriate. I'm gonna be a space cat. That seems like the best plan. Space cat? Alright. So we haven't gone to the snowman place yet, which was the backyard, or the rooftop garden. I'm leaning rooftop garden for now. You're back. Good time to come back, Wolfie. We just finished watching a cute cat video. Funny cat videos, because the meme video, there was some not so good content in that meme video, so we stopped watching it. Cause that oh my god. I couldn't take any more, but I was just like, some of it was bad, and I was just like, cringing, and then there was something really bad, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. I cannot. But yes, welcome back, Wolfie, what Grievous said. And I agree with Grievous's snugs. Let's give Wolfie some snugs. Wolfie deserves all the snugs all the time. Truth be told, all of you beans deserve all the snugs all the time. Bully Blair, because the meme video? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Blair, fuck you for, recommending that channel of meme videos, because that was awful. Why? How dare you stupid whore. I mean, she would have liked being called that, though. Does that count as bullying? Anyway. Bubble shield. Wait, was this the crown one? Or is that cat just happened to be wearing a crown? Yo, wait, no, you got the fish, bullshit. Bring it back, give it back, give it back, give it back. Mine. Oh, I fucking died? I'm gonna fucking chill up here. Fuck you guys. You guys fight over there. My crown. Oh my god, we're in a playpen. This is Fight Club. At Fight Club. First rule about Cat Fight Club. Actually promote it, though. I'm actually losing this time. Oops. Well, I came back, looked at my phone, and was, wait, what happening here? And then left my room again. Uh-oh. Come back here, you. I like that my cat is highlighted so it's easier to tell which one is you. I imagine when you have multiple people playing that there's different colors for the different, like, cats, like, players, like player 1, 2, 3, etc. Hey, you, come back here. Oh, wait, you're over here. Hey, excuse me. I'm trying to fight you. Aw, shit, I died again? I do not like staying alive. But I'm not the last one. Tough Spot is also... I want to jump on top. Yes! Suck it. No, fuck off. It's my route. Fine, you took me off the roof. Get back here. Fine. No, you want to fight? Come here. Come here. You wanted to fight? You wanted to fight? You're not even the right one. You. Purple. Purple cat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, you. Wait, that's a fish. I want the fishy. Give. It's my fishy. Does this mean I ate it? All of it hurt me on the inside, to be honest. Yeah, it was not a good time, Grievous. I am sorry to have subjected you beans to that. That was genuinely awful. I was just like, this... Because, like, there are so many things that were, like gender-based, right? And, like, the boys be, like, laughing at, like, the word balls. And, like, the comment I wanted to make, if I wasn't, like, I muted my microphone for the meme video, so I couldn't comment anyways, but I, like, to myself was saying, bitch, I laugh at things like that. I'm not a boy. What is this? What is this gender-based bullshit? Meow indeed. Meow. Oh shit, I died again. Now I'm on my 5th life. Where's Ashbot? I need to slaughter them. Meow. I blew up something again. Oh, hey, now I have top lives. Badass. But I'm getting low on my 5th life here, so... Linus, you get no context. Oh my god. Blair's... Is that supposed to be, Blair's sky peen has no drip? Grievous? Where'd you go? I eat this like radish? No, I can just like hit it around though, at least. That's pretty cool. Cat smash. Row. Come here, row. 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 Nope, nothing to do with Blair. Just gonna give you a small amount of context. Piss rock. Oh, shit. Piss rock. Holy shit, I exploded again. Oh, Jesus. I'm chasing my tail. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, that's me down to 3. But they combined have 4 between them. Oh, is that one dead forever? Or are they just on their last life now then? One of them is in fact dead forever now. Alright, it's a tough spot. Meow. Meow. Oh, they're just dead. That's why they're ZZZing. I'm dumb. Meow. I got him. I blew 13 bubbles. I don't even know what that means. Is that like... I honestly don't know how I blow bubbles. I'll be bread cat now. So, let's do it again. Maybe not. No, let's do 9 lives again. That was still fun. Ready. Let's go to the backyard now, though. There's a Loki bot. Oh my god, it is a Loki butt! I clipped it for her. I almost guarantee that when my roommate Nathan comes back home today, like later today, that he will be down to get this game and play it with me. So... I shoot fireballs! Alright, now I can't shoot fireballs anymore. Am I dead? No, I'm over here. Spicy kitty, I know, right? The spiciest of kitties. I'm pretty sure I'm massacring this time. I'm still at 9 lives. Come here. Come here. Face me. Face me. Face me. Round. Round. Headbutt, 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 headbutt. Yeah. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. Round, round, round. I get you. Round, 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 round. Fine. Claw time. Meow, meow. Oh, fuck. Meow. Meow. No one is safe from my headbutting. Come here. Come here, you. Ram. Ram. I got him. Oh shit, someone finally killed me. I'm at 8 lives. Give him the baps. Alright, you got it. I will bap him. Yo, what? The fucking swing went full circle. It did it again! Smash! Cat smash! Ram! Kitty smash! Can I destroy this damn swing at some point? That's my new goal now, I think, is to destroy this swing. Oh, fuck, I died again. But I'm at 7 lives. I am the best cat. Statistically proven best cat. Are you frozen? Cat smash. I'ma smash you. This is fucking hilarious chaos shit. Yeah, I like this one's. No, I didn't want to fight on the silly deck thing. Come on, let's play in the backyard. Let's fuck up the swing. Fuck up the swing. Yeah. Fucking heck. hurt? Oh, that was that one dying. Okay. I was like, did I hurt myself? No, that was that one, the other one dying. Okay, so it's just me versus Hawkpaw. There was 2 Hawkpaws. Oh, I died. I'm at 6 lives. Whatever, this is fine. Alright, little Hawkpaw bean. But I was stuck under the deck. 8-4 fish. I like this game mode a lot. I think this is my favorite. I know I said that about destruction before, but you know, it's still, you know. I'm gonna be fancy this time. Let's just do 5 lives though. And we'll play in the apartment. My fish! Wait, I'm trying to get to the fish. I want the fish. It's mine. Give me the spicy fish. I am cold cat. Now I'm spicy cat again. Spicy cat. Ooh, I can freeze them again. Oh shit, I died. Wait, can I jump up there? Oh, nice. You get this cute little attic. Wait, hold up. I want to go back up here. Yes. Come here. Come here, you. Oh shit. I got gotted. When cats fly. I gotta read what all these achievements are after this. This is... I'm so curious about what all of this shit means. Bee! frozen. Yeah, that's right. I am the assassination kitty. Well-traveled. Zoomies. Paul Wax. I am the whack master. This game is so fucking cute. This game is giving me all of the serotonin. I didn't know if there would ever be a game besides, SAR that could give me this much serotonin from cuteness. This is a pleasant surprise. Let's fight in the alleyway, because I don't know if I had a fight in the alleyway, it was early on, because when I was trying to go through them, but I want to do it again. We're just gonna keep fighting. Sarotorin. That was funny. Good one, Wild. Hi, baby. Hi, Leon. My Leon is over here saying hello to me. Hey, Leon. You still have food in your bowl, so wait, you just want attention? Is it attention time? Aw, my baby wants to sit in my lap. Leon wants attention. You want attention from Mama? Cat playing cat game when her cat says hello. Aw, fuck, I died. The cat is now sitting on my arm. Yes, I have the spicy. I am Spicy Kitty. You're scared, huh? You're just scared. Maximum victory! 31 zooms per second, 3 fish eaten, 769 distance traveled. Nice. 69. Let's quit to menu and maybe do like another like Destructo round? And maybe another Kibble defense round, and maybe then we'll switch to a different game-o, like some Soar, so we can play another cute heckin' game. So, this is the Destruction one, 5 minutes of Destruction. I'd be down for SAR. Alright, Bean. We'll play some SAR. Let's destroy the cat cafe. I'm feeling especially destructive of this cat cafe right now. I already did do a cat cafe destruction, I realized. It's fine. Do it again. Ha! Chaos! Fucking chaos, am I right? Meow. Maximum meow chaos. One of their names is cabbages. If you're right, I don't want to be wrong. How am I stuck? Oh, am I like stuck on that? That thing just doesn't move. Got it. Hey, baby. Best cat once again. Alright, let's try Kibble Defense again. What's the lucky hat? We'll wear an ice cream cone. Hold on, I meant to change the music at some point. There we go. Wait, have I worn the hard hat yet? Alright, I gotta wear the hard hat. Alright, so... this was hard. Hey, get your ass back here. Hey now. Excuse you, fucking raccoon. Get your ass back over here. Hey! What the fuck? Hey! Hey now. Get the fuck back here. No, raccoon, no. What the fuck? No, they're taking all my fucking kibble. No, I made it to round 12 again. Apparently I can't beat it past that round. Alright, Beans, let's play some SAR.